we took it. We sold our home. We moved into what was going to be our grand vacation home that we had been leasing. And so now I'm a 40-year-old guy with 3 boys. You know, one of them is a teenager. You'll meet him tonight. My wife of almost 20 years. And now we don't have a home. We're living in a rental place. Everything, you know, the nest is gone. We drove off in one car, pulling a trailer of all of the possessions we were going to keep to start a new life. Well, folks, the house sold quickly in the worst real estate market ever, and we took the funds, and we've been living off those. I have nosed around and found ways to make money, and we were praying, my wife and I, one night in March. It was March 28th. And we've been praying for a long time because even the title office was sucking money, and I didn't have the heart to tell these 2 ladies who worked for me for a long time that I have to fire them. Well, we were praying, Lord, not only do I not have any doors for you to pick one and show me the door, you're going to have to make a door. I am in a box. We don't have any way out. We're about to sink. Probably in the same shape that a lot of folks, maybe even you yourself, has found yourself, or maybe even finding yourself now. And the door was there. When I sat up one night in bed at 11 o'clock Pacific time watching the Celebrity Apprentice and the advertisement came on, has the economy affected you? You don't think that got my attention? You don't think I got a crick in my neck when I popped over? Yeah, it has. What are you saying? Well, Donald Trump wants to put you back to work. And I thought, you know what? I've always wanted to do this show. I've been extremely busy. I've never had the opportunity. I never had any summers off in high school. I never took any time off. I would have never had the opportunity to take 3 months and go film a show. Wanted to do it. Didn't have any other choice this time. It was late. It was 11. I was tired. It had been a long day. We had been stressing over our finances. And what the world tells me I should have done. You don't have a lot of money. You don't have, you know, you're a fool. Are you serious? You're going to go stand in line with thousands of people, compete against 100,000 or more other people to be on this show? You know, and what a fool. You're going to take the money. You're going to go stay in an expensive hotel in Las Vegas, you know, be gone from your family for 3 days, paying for stay. Are you going to do that, really? That's what these guys in the cave who are shackled down would be telling you. Mm-hmm. I heard people telling me that. I had family members telling me that. Not my wife. My wife has always been great and supportive. My boys, you know, they know that somehow we're going to make it. But that's what the world would tell you. So I get up that night. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. But my day has begun, in my mind. I go sit down at the computer. I find the best flight as soon as I can get to Las Vegas. It's 48 hours later. I'm going to need to be in line. And you know what? I'm not a morning person. They said you got to be in line. You know that they're going to start registration at 6 o'clock. Well, there's an obstacle, or an apparent obstacle, because I'm no good in the morning. I don't speak well in the morning. I'm barely 8 o'clock. That's a once a day occurrence for me, and it's a PM. So, you know, I don't do mornings. It's just the way I'm wired. But you know, folks, I looked at my wife. And I said, this is mine. I'm taking this. And we made the reservations. I'm not Jack and the Beanstalk. I took the family cow and came back with what looked like a bunch of beans. But I went. I stayed in I stayed in Trump Tower because it was close. I got in line. And because I'm not a morning person, well, guess what? There's other ways around that. I just stayed. I became a late, that morning to me just became a late night. Because I was down in the lobby. I'd slept all day to get ready for it. I got down in the lobby. Had my stuff ready. I was going to war. Okay, check, 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 check. I'm ready. You know, I got to know some people in line because believe it or not, in the desert on April 1st at night, it gets dang cold standing in a line outside with 1,000. I don't care how many people are around you warm. And when that sun comes up in the morning, at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, it's like you're in an oven. It's a good thing I knew the people around me in line because I had to sprint up and get me another shirt because I had sweat rings down to my ankles. So I got in line. I made it through the line. I was about a third of the way back. Sat down 10 at a time at this table to be interviewed by the casting people. And this was just one location out of several where they were doing this across the nation. And went home. They said, we'll call you within 2 hours after from 7 o'clock tonight when we're done casting. We'll call you before 9 if you've made it. Well, confident. I knew this was meant to be. I stood in line and had that cell phone waiting right by my side, just knowing it was going to ring. Well, guess what, folks? My phone didn't ring. I flew back home. It was one of the lowest times in my life because I knew this was meant to be. And then, why didn't it happen? What's going on? Why didn't it happen? Why, Lord? Why have you got me, given me this desire in my heart, knowing I'm going to be doing this? And it didn't happen. I went home, and after being completely dejected, I was there Saturday night, and my wife tell you, I was just walking around like moping around, you know, poor me. Well, I woke up Sunday, and I said, you know what? I don't care that they didn't call me. I'm going to go online. I'm going to find the email address because they also had a big contingent of people that email their stuff in. There's more than one way to skin this cat. And I'm going to send in an email. I'm going to explain that I've been there, take some pictures of my family, say the lady, I don't know why she didn't pick me, but I felt like I was one of the best people in the group. Well, lo and behold, Monday afternoon, my phone does ring from an unknown area code. And the lady called back and said, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I'd follow the instructions. It said, bring a resume. I brought my resume. I filled out the form. But you didn't give me a picture of yourself. Well, you didn't ask for a picture. I didn't know. And so she said, I went back. I wanted to call you, but I had a stack of, several hundred people. And after at the end of the day, I didn't recall your face. So I didn't call you back, but we wanted to call you. So they kept calling me back. At this point, now I'm in the loop. I get called back. I go back to Los Angeles for a screen test. I get called back. Finally, they call back the finalists, 160 of us. And we compete. They narrow it down to 16, and I'm one of the people they call back. And, you know, the rest is history, as they say. Folks, that night, on March 28th, I had a choice. I could have, and I should have done what the world, if I've done what the world had said, I'd have pulled the covers over my head, gone to sleep, and said, I couldn't have really done that anyway. There's a lot better people at this than I am. You know, these people are a lot better than I am. How am I going to do it? I speak with a Texas slang. I'm a fat guy. What do they want me for? Who's going to want me? I should have done that as far as those guys, the rest of the world in the shackles would have said. I should have never spent the money it took to take that flight on short notice. You know how much a short notice airline flight is. You know how much it is to stay a night in Las Vegas. I shouldn't have done it, the world would tell you. I was beat when I went back home and dejected. And the world would say, oh, it was okay, better luck next time. And I should have accepted that, but I didn't. Folks, there are obstacles that appear to be obstacles in your life that are not obstacles. They're tests, they're whatever, they make you better.